What up, fight fans? Main man, made man, back at it again, and y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. All right, I guess I got to do this. Heads off to Miguel Cotto and his entire corner for beating up Daniel Geale and looking very impressive in doing such. 4th round KO, right, ladies and TKO, ladies and gentlemen. So some say Miguel Cotto is back after this performance. I say this performance did exactly what this performance was supposed to do. And that is make Miguel Cotto look good for a future fight with Saul Canelo Alvarez. That's all this fight was. I'm like everybody else. I have a problem with the 157 draining catchweight. We all seen Daniel Geale at that weigh-in. It's being widely reported now, ladies and gentlemen. That dude was nothing at the weigh-in. He rehydrated almost 30 pounds overnight. Didn't take any power with him. Water weight. That man, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. This is what no one's saying. This is funny to me. Daniel Geale didn't get knocked out, ladies and gentlemen. He quit. There's a fucking difference. Now, that first shot from Miguel Cotto in the 3rd round, that left hook was devastating, no doubt, and it knocked him down. But he got up. And in the next round, in the 4th round, it was more of a grazing shot that knocked him down. He got up and he quit on his feet. He told the ref he didn't want anymore. The same way he did against Gennady Golovkin. The only difference was, against Golovkin, it happened in the 3rd round. Against Cotto, it happened in the 4th. Okay? The man was drained. He hasn't fought at that weight in years. Now, for my review of this fight, when I first called this fight weeks ago, I didn't say much about it, honestly, because I didn't think much about it. I seen it for what it was. But, however, I did say, I did condone the fact that Cotto was fighting Geale because he sat out the ring for so long. Over, what, we're talking a year since he fought Sergio Martinez? So I gave him, okay, well, he needs to tune up. He's been out of the ring for a year. I'm cool with the Geale fight. Given that Geale is a former world champion, sure, he's not an elite guy. He's not a top tier guy by far, but it's still respectable enough to see a guy who sat out the ring for a year fights, Daniel Geale. Now, what I did not condone about it was the 157 catchweight. Miguel Cotto is the 160-pound so-called lineal champion. Makes such a mockery of that belt. Lineal champion. But he's never fought at 160. Okay? Now, before I get into this, let me just say, shout out to Blood Boxing. For those who haven't watched, go over to Blood Boxing's channel, man, and watch the video that he got. He's talking about catch weights. Very informative, very in-depth. Awesome video, man. He's been saying this for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. Blood is saying now that he's not going to be uploading any more videos to the YTBC. Oh, man, that sucks because he is like one of the last real 100 channels out there, man. So I hope he reconsiders, but the fact still remains. Go over there and watch that video, please. This catchweight shit has to stop. Now, for everyone who's going to say, oh, why everybody picking on Cotto? He ain't the first one to do it. Sugar Ray did it. Floyd did it. Pacquiao did it. Everyone did it. Why are we jumping on Cotto? That doesn't make it right, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't make it right. All right? Today's precedent is boxing, is sinking boxing. It's just lowering the bar in boxing to me. These dudes are not fighting in mandatories. These dudes are fighting at catchweights. Fighters in the same division are fighting at catchweights. Non-title fights fought at catchweights. Shit is disgraceful, man. And now, to hear Miguel Cotto in his post-fight interview with Max Kellerman state that, I'm not even a fucking middleweight. He told Max Kellerman, I came into this fight, what did he say, 155.6 or some shit like that? I'm not even a real middleweight. Man, that is a shit on the head of Gennady Golovkin. Everyone, the media, and these promotional companies and the networks have pushed this Canelo and Cotto fight. They know how big it's going to be. All right? The thing is, Miguel Cotto's mandatory at the WBC is Gennady Golovkin, ladies and gentlemen. He has been that mandatory for that belt for the last fight or so. Technically, Gennady Golovkin should get the next crack at Miguel Cotto. Saul Canelo Alvarez has never fought at 160, ladies and gentlemen. Yet he gets the crack at the WBC belt. My thing is this. I want to see a Canelo Cotto fight as well. I ain't knocking that fight by far. But if it's going to go down, and according to Miguel Cotto, he wants it to happen at 155, man, he got to vacate, man. Vacate that motherfucking belt. Let the fight between Canelo and Cotto happen at 154, for crying out loud. And he has to vacate. That is 5 pounds below the weight, ladies and gentlemen. 5 pounds. That's a lot of fucking weight for these two fighters to be fighting for a 160-pound belt. Now, Miguel, he can't make the 160. If you can't make the 160 weight, you got to vacate, prop. When he fought Sergio Martinez last year, ladies and gentlemen, he fought Sergio Martinez at a catchweight, but it was at 159, 1 fucking pound. Bad as that may be, but still, it was at least 1 pound, man. He wants to fight Canelo at 155 for the 160 belt. Now, let's just say Canelo wins. What is Canelo going to do? He's not going to fight a 160 fighter? He's going to drain that fighter. Because he's never fought at 160, ladies and gentlemen. This is crap. Gennady Golovkin should get the next crack at Miguel Cotto if he wants to defend that 160 title. That's just how it should be. Everyone's like, well, Triple G is not the name, man. The powers that be I called into the Boxing Voice earlier today, and I spoke with the guys over there, and they stated that, Canelo is the name. The powers that be of boxing is going to lie. Man, that is such bullshit to me. If anyone knows, Gennady Golovkin's last couple fights sold out. If anyone does not think that a fight between Gennady Golovkin and Miguel Cotto will sell, you're fooling yourself. You're seriously fooling yourself. It will sell, ladies and gentlemen. It may not be as big as Canelo Cotto, but it still will make a nice amount of revenue, trust and believe, for HBO. I told you guys in my pre-fight review that last night's fight was just a showcase fight to sell another big fight in the fall for Miguel Cotto. He had to make a promise to HBO that if I fight this Geale fight, if HBO wants to cover it, he had to promise HBO a big fight in the fall. My thing is, it should be Gennady Golovkin. If the 160 belt is going to be on the if the 160 title is going to be on the line, it should be Gennady Golovkin. It should not be Canelo Alvarez. If he decides to fight Canelo Alvarez, it should go down at 154. The precedent in boxing is fucked up nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. No one's fighting their mandatories. Everyone's fighting their catchweights. Fuck that. Sure, Miguel Cotto's not the first, and he will not be the last to do it. But it's still disgraceful, man. That man calls himself a lineal champion, and he has never fought at 160. What the fuck is going on in today's boxing? We condoning this shit? Well, I just want to see the fight, man. I ain't tripping. I just want to see the fight, dog. Fuck that belt, man. That is most of the... People do not understand the power of handicapping other fighters through negotiations, such as Cotto did with Sergio Martinez, Bad knee, Sergio Martinez. We're going to make the ring smaller, Sergio Martinez. We don't want you wearing certain knee braces, certain Martinez. You're going to come out first. I'm going to demoralize you, Sergio Martinez. That's called handicapping your opponent through negotiations. We're going to drain fighters. As of today, that's what they do. They drain fighters. A lot of people are pointing to the Porter and Broner fight, how he's draining Porter. These two guys walk around damn near at the same fucking weight, ladies and gentlemen. When Adrian Broner is not fighting, when he's between fights, he balloons up to 160 plus. For those who don't know, that fight could have easily took place at 147, easily. But these pussy fighters are saying, no, I'm not going to get in there with a guy who might take my motherfucking head off. I'm going to drain that motherfucker. And then want to run around saying, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. You drain fucking fighters, man. You've depleted that man. You've handicapped them through negotiations. And the fans are sitting back condoning this shit like, I just want to see the fights, man. Dude, man, that is most of the... If Miguel Cotto, let's just say he did fight Gennady Golovkin, and he fought him at the 155 catchweight, that will fucking... A weight that that this dude Golovkin hadn't fought at in fucking umpteen years. How was that a fair fight? Now, some may say, hey, well, it's up to that guy to accept the fight, right? I totally agree with that. But the WBC middleweight champion, a belt that Gennady Golovkin would love to have around his waist, a belt that Gennady Golovkin fought his ass off at 160 to deserve a shot at. Now you want to put him on an unfair playing field. If Saul Canelo Alvarez beat Miguel Cotto at this 155 catchweight for the 160 belt, he's going to fight Triple G at a catchweight if he fights Triple G. Because nowadays, mandatories are no big fucking deal, thanks to Floyd Mayweather. Everybody wants to be Floyd. This shit is retarded, y'all. Shit is fucking retarded. I don't condone it one bit. I don't condone it at all. If he fights Saul Canelo Alvarez, he needs to vacate that belt, fight him at 154. If he wants to defend that 160 title in a big fight in the fall, he should go up against Gennady Golovkin and do it right. I understand Miguel Cotto wanted the accolade of being the first, Puerto Rican fighter to win a title in, 4 or 5 divisions, or however the record is. I understand that. I get that. All right, you did that, and you won it at a 159 catchweight. Don't respect it as much, but at least it was at least 1 pound. Now you want to bring it down to 155. Now it went from 159 to 157, and now we're going to 155. What the fuck is next, 150? This is bullshit. Saul Canelo Alvarez has never fought at 160, ladies and gentlemen. Yet he gets the crack at the 160 lineal title, allegedly. They made a mockery of that belt. I don't even know if I want to use that word anymore. It's crazy, man. This is bullshit. He needs to be fighting Triple G, period, point blank. And for those who don't condone it, put the reason in my comment section. Please. Until the next video, it's your main man, Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget I'm on Twitter at MadeMan511. Peace out. Oh, also, I have a new like page on Facebook. Go check me out. Main Man, Made Man. Peace out. This is bullshit, bro. What up, fight fans, man?